All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Waharakak double honors to the apostles and to the elders and elder bishops of the great millstone who rule well. You know, peace and salutations to the hopeful elect out of toiling in his truth. I'm Pathaka Moth, GMS Dallas, and I'm just coming back at you with a really quick hit lesson. And I'm going to entitle this simply, The Lord is in Total Control All the Time. You know, and it's going to be a little personal account of mine. On my way to the house last night, I had a blowout. You know, my rear passenger side tire blew. You know what I'm saying? And of course, I had to pull over and change it, put the spare on and everything. And of course, in my mind, I'm planning to take care of this as soon as possible, ASAP. So today, which has just happened today, I made an attempt to get that tire taken care of. You know what I'm saying? And I pulled up, the place that I wanted to go, and put it into the GPS system, and it started. And so I take off, heading towards what I thought was the destination to get the tire fixed, and before I know it, I'm going and going and going. I'm thinking that this place was not too far away, and before I know it, I'm going and going and going. Just listening to the GPS, and I ended up in downtown Dallas in the historic district. And at first, just the flesh took over, and I'm thinking, damn, what the hell, it's a waste of time. I just wasted a whole lot of time, effort, energy, and didn't get the tire taken care of, because at that point, it would have been, by the time I got to another destination, it would have been too late. They'd been closed. So, of course, the flesh took over, and I'm mad and angry and, and cussing and talking crazy. And then, of course, the spirit kicked in, and I started thinking about it. I'm like, whoa, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? That was the work of the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, when you start dealing through the spirit and dealing with the scriptures, you understand that man's goings are of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And he controls everything that's happening, man. For you Christians, if there are any Christians listening, you ain't controlling jack, baby. You know what I'm saying? You ain't controlling a damn thing, man. The Lord controls everything, man. You know what I'm saying? And this is just one of those accounts that proves that, and the scriptures go into all that, how you can make your plans to do what you think you're going to do. But the plans of the Lord is what's going to happen for you. You know what I'm saying? So I started thinking about it, and I was like, okay, hold on. You know what I'm saying? There's, Job, which I'm going to get it. And I don't want to get too ahead of myself. So we're just going to get into the lesson, because it's going to cover all of that of when these things happen. You know what I'm saying? You have a plan, and then things don't quite go as expected, as you planned for them to. Whereas as I just mentioned, man's goings are of the Lord. So real quick, let's just get into the lesson. This is Proverbs chapter 20. And come on, man. I clearly was in the Old Testament. Proverbs chapter 20. I'm going to drop down to verse 24, and it reads, Proverbs 20 and 24, man's goings are of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. How can a man then understand his own way? And that's the whole thing, man. Man's goings are of the Lord, man. You're not in control of anything. With the things that you do, the Lord is controlling those things. If you just decide to get up and go to the bathroom, the Lord had you to get up and go to the bathroom. If you decide to go, grab you something to eat, or go fix you something to eat, or, if you decide that I'm going to sit down and do a lesson, the Lord is the one who put that spirit and made you do that lesson. And that's why we thank the Lord for the spirit to do these lessons, man. You know what I'm saying? I know the Elder Arianaza here, one of the elders here in Dallas, he's big on that. You know, he's always thanking the Lord for the Spirit to do the lesson that he did. And I'm starting to kind of pick up on that and do the same, man. You know what I'm saying? Following suit of our elders, man, you know, our teachers, the men we learn from, of course, ultimately the apostles, you know, beginning starting with apostles to on down, you know, and we pick up things from these men and implement them into our own, you know, ways of doing things in our own lives and things and such. But yeah, man, you know, you're not in control of anything. Man's goings are of the Lord. And real quick, let's just see what this goings is. You know what I'm saying? Man's goings. Let's see what this is real quick. And outline of biblical use says step. You know what I'm saying? What's the Strong's definition? Companionship, going, steps, or step. You know, a step. So, you know, hey, the things you do, man, you know, yeah, you simply get up to walk around. The Lord is the one who had you to do that, man. You know what I'm saying? He's directing you, you know, which the scriptures clearly go into, you know, because man cannot understand their own way, man. You know what I'm saying? This flesh is wicked, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, so the flesh, which is ultimately what's guiding you if the spirit is not, is wicked, man. It's going to take you into wicked things. You know what I'm saying? So how can a man then understand his own way? We can't, man. You know, without the Lord, we're through. You know what I'm saying? You're through without the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? So real quick, that he directs the steps. So let's get that in Jeremiah the 10th chapter. Since I mentioned that, it's Jeremiah 10 and verse 23, and it reads, O Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, I know that the way of a man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps. Exactly, man. Which the Lord is directing all steps, no matter what path you're on, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, these people, and I almost, you know, it may get jumped, the spirit may get back on me to do it, but there was a lesson I was going to do, you know, even when it seems that you know, the Lord ain't controlling these things, or these people are doing their own thing. The Lord is still in control, man. They're doing exactly what the Lord wants them to do, which is kind of this lesson kind of segues into that. It's kind of the same type of a lesson. But it wasn't really worded like that. But basically, at the end of the day, the Lord, even no matter what these people are doing, Salakia, the Lord is controlling it, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord has them doing whatever they're doing, whether righteous or not, man. If you wicked, and then the Lord has you going down that path, man. You know what I'm saying? You know. But Jeremiah 10 and 23, and it reads, O Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, know that the way of a man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps, because the Lord directs the steps of man, man. And when you go into that word, which you know, the next few series of scriptures that I bring out, you know, all of them are based around this same word, which is Kawan, man. You know what I'm saying? When you go into the word direct, it's Kawan, man. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm going to get it. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. So we're going to keep it going. Let's just get to the next scripture. But yeah, there is no free will. The Lord directs the steps, man. Man's goings are of the Lord, the things you do. You know what I'm saying? Your steps, you know, are all of the Lord, man. So this is Proverbs 16. And we're going to drop down to verse 9. And it reads, a man's heart, which is your mind, your lab in the Hebrew, deviseth his way, but the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, directed his steps. So your mind, you might devise a way. You might think, well, I'm going to do this today, you know, like I was saying. But it's the Lord that's going to direct your steps. He's going to send you the way he wants you to go, you know, which reminds me of of Job, the 33rd chapter, which we're going to get right after this next scripture, which is my final scripture. But all these scriptures link up and they segue into each other, and they're all talking about the same thing. There is no free will. The Lord is in control of everything at all times, man. You know what I'm saying? Which is the title reflects that. The Lord is in total control all the time. You know, of course, I gave my account about my tire, you know, and I didn't get a chance to get that done today. So I'm going to hopefully maybe try to get it done tomorrow if possible. If not, then, you know, I'll get it done when I can. But the Lord is in control of these things, man. We'll see what happens. You know, I can't say that I'm going to. I can only say that And that's why the scriptures say that in James, man, Lord willing, man, if it's the will of the Lord, it's going to happen. If it's not his will, it's not going to happen. So, a man's heart deviseth his way. That's your mind, man, your lob in Hebrew. But the Lord directed his steps. There is no free will, Christians. The Lord is in total control of all things at all times, man. You know what I'm saying? So let's get this one in Psalms, and then we get that one in Job and end it off. This is Psalms 37, and we're going to jump down to verse 23. And it reads, the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and he delighteth in his way. The Lord delights in the way of a man, a good man. Why? Because his steps are ordered by the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? And when you go into that word ordered, that's another word, just like in Jeremiah the 10th chapter, that in the 23rd verse, that word direct is the word kawana, kawan in the Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? When you bring it all together, you know what I'm saying? So again, I'm gonna get it. We're gonna go into it so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. But basically, when you go into that word, let's read it again. Psalms 37 and 23. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and he delighteth in his way. So the steps of a good man, the good man represents the elect in these times. Not talking about any man. You got some people in the world that'll think that a good man is somebody that helps other people. He donates to this fund or this society association or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm talking about. He donates and he helps people. He goes down to the shelters and feeds people and does other. They'll see that as a good man, but that's not what the Lord sees as a good man, because the scripture tell you in Sirach, the 12th chapter, don't give to the ungodly, man. Most of these people are ungodly. The Lord has them in these situations that they're in, so he don't expect you to help them. You know what I'm saying? That's not going off you see a homeless or whatever and you give them a little money or whatever. Yeah, that's cool if it's on your spirit to do it, but for the most part, that's not what the Lord sees as a good man. A good man is one that's, again, the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. So those steps he's taking, how's this dude moving? How's he walking? Is he walking according to the world, or is he walking according to thus saith the Lord, man? You know what I'm saying? That's going to tell you what a good man is. Hey, you had the account where Yahweh, as a matter of fact, watch this right here. This should show everything. Let me see which one I want to bring out. I guess I'll read the one in Matthew. This is Matthew chapter 19 and verse 17. Watch this. And he said unto him, which is this Yahushua, red letters, Yahushua is about to speak. Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is the Most High, Yahweh. But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments. You know what I'm saying? So there's only one that's you can actually call good. You know what I'm saying? And that one is Yahweh, the Most High Yahweh, man. He's flawless. He's you know what I'm saying? There is, Yahweh Shai understood that. That's why he said what he's saying here, because he knew he went off in other incarnations as Adam, which he was the first man Adam. The scriptures tell you that he's the first man Adam. He's the last Adam. You know what I'm saying? But so as Adam, he went off as King Solomon, Salakia. As King Solomon, he went off. You know what I'm saying? So Yahweh went off in incarnations, man. That's why, and when you read in Hebrews, the 7th chapter, in verse 29, that's why he had to pay for his sins, man. As a matter of fact, let's just get that real quick, and then we'll get back. This Romans 7 and 26 or 29. I think it's 29, not 26, obviously. 27, Salakia, 27, I'm tripping. Hebrews 7 and 27, it says, who needeth not daily as those high priests to offer up sacrifice, first for his own sins, and then for the people's. For this he did once when he offered up himself. And we know who did that, the one the world ignorantly refers to as Jesus Christ when he went on the cross, you know. So, but it says he didn't have to offer up them daily sacrifices, like the high priest did, to offer up sacrifices. Says, but first for his own sins. Now, when did the Yahushua sin? It said he walked perfectly. He kept the laws perfectly. So he had to do it in another time. If it's sin first, he had to die for his own sins, and he did one then for the people's he did once when he offered up himself, man. You know what I'm saying? So when he offered up himself and he went on that cross, it was first for his own sins, man. Then the people. So the question would be, when did he sin? He walked perfectly as the who the world ignorantly refers to and fraudulently as Jesus Christ. So it tells you that he had to, if he sinned and he had to go up on the cross first for his own sins, it had to be in another incarnation. You Christians and you unlearned people don't believe in reincarnation, but it's biblical, man. You know what I'm saying? And this is one of those scriptures that proves that he died first for his own sins. He didn't sin as Yahushua, so he had to sin another time. When was that? And there's other scriptures. The blind man, who did sin, him or his parents. If he was born blind, the scriptures tell you that man, you pay for your own sins. The father don't pay for the son don't pay for the father. So they said, who did sin, him or his father or his parents? If they would ask if he sinned, the blind man, and he was born blind, if there was no reincarnation, why would they ask who sinned if the blind man sinned? That means they understood that he could have sinned in his past lives, and so his own sins he could have been paid for, which that wasn't the deal. There wasn't any sin. That's not why he was born blind. He was born blind so the Lord could show his power when he healed him, So, but the point is, reincarnation is very prevalent. It's very real. This thing is part of the Lord's creation, man. You know what I'm saying? But you Christians, you don't believe in it of these things. But it says he had to pay for his own sins first. So that means in another incarnation. And that's exactly what it was. He went off as Adam, as I said, following behind Eve. And he went off as Solomon, man, following behind those women, those wives that he had, man. He had to pay for those things. And these accounts are all in the scripture. The Lord told him that he was going to, I believe it was in 1st or 2nd Samuel, the 7th chapter, that he was going to have to pay, if he went off, he was going to have to pay at the hand of the sons of men and stripes, roughly paraphrasing. As a matter of fact, I'm messing it up. I don't want to. So let's just go get it real quick. Is it 2nd Samuel 7? Let me see if it's 2nd. It might be 1st. Nope, this is it. 2 Samuel 7:12. And when thy days be fulfilled, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, talking about King David, I will set up thy seed after thee, going into Solomon, King Solomon, which shall proceed out of thy bowels, proving who babies come from, and I will establish his kingdom. It says, he shall build an house for my name, the temple, in which that happened, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever, which is the kingdom of heaven, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't talking about this time when King Solomon grew up and reigned for 40 years. That wasn't a kingdom. That was a glimpse. But this is talking about the everlasting kingdom we're coming upon now. It says, I will be his father, and he shall be my son. And here's the point, and if he commit iniquity, which he did, following those women, building altars to their gods and, such, which is what the Lord had a problem with, not the 1,000 women, the 1,000 wives. A lot of people get that messed up and confused. It says, if he commit an iniquity, I will chasten him with the rod of men and with the stripes of the children of men. And that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? And that's when they, slapping him and spitting on him and putting the crowns of thorns on his head and piercing his side, putting him on that cross. All those things is what this is talking about. That happened to the one you call, ignorantly called Jesus Christ, fraudulently called Jesus Christ, whose true biblical name is Yahushua. But we're talking about King Solomon here. It said if Solomon commit iniquity. So why did Yahushua have to pay for that? Because they're the same people, the same spirit coming back. He was King Solomon. He was Adam. He was Isaac. He was Melchizedek. You know what I'm saying? All the same spirit, man. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what we just read in Hebrews, the 7th chapter. So that's one of those accounts. So, But going back to the lesson, Slakia, kind of got on a little something else. The spirit started moving. Wanted those points made. So we'll go back and finish this thing out. Psalms 37 and 23. It says, the steps of a good man are ordered. When you go into this word ordered, just like I was saying, the word direct, directeth, ordered are all the same word, man. And here it is. It's H 3559, and the word is kawana. And when you put it all together, it's kawan. And let's just read a few of these. It says to be firm, be stable, be established, to be set up, be established, be fixed, be firmly established, to be established, be stable, be secure, be enduring, to be fixed, be securely determined. Boom, determined. Something that's determined. Hey, bro, you ain't got nothing to do with that. No free will is securely determined. And this is going into the word ordered, which is the same word as direct or directive. When it says direct the steps or directed the steps, ordered the steps, they're securely determined. There's already determined, man, to be directed aright, to be directed aright. That's the steps of a good man, man. The Lord is sending them down the path of righteousness that's going to please him. It says, be fixed aright, be steadfast, moral sense, to prepare, be ready, to be prepared, be arranged. They're already arranged, they're already confirmed, they're already, established, set up, to be settled, to establish. There it is, set up, accomplish, do, make firm, to fix, make ready. Everything is already made ready. Your step there, everything is made ready. So when you walk those paths, whatever path that is, it's already was made ready for you. It's already arranged, confirmed, set up. Come on, man. Where's the free will in that? So yeah, man, that's enough. So basically those three: direct, directed, ordered. Is to be determined, to be set up, to be made ready, to be arranged, confirmed. You know what I'm saying? All of these things, which that word is kawana, or once you put it all together, it's Kawan, man, which we have a brother in the group that has that name, Kawan, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it means, It's beautiful, bro. So, yeah, that's what that is. So, you Christians, you ain't in control of anything. There is no free will. The Lord's will is what it's about, his will, purpose, and pleasure. So we'll get one more. Let's go to Job, and let's finish this out. Job, the 33rd chapter. This is Job 33. And we'll start at verse 14, and we'll read down a few verses. Job 33 and 14, it says, for the Most High speaketh once, yet twice, yet man perceiveth not. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumbering upon the bed. So when you go to sleep at night, that's when the Lord is going to go to work, man. Verse 16, it says, then he openeth the ears of men, and sealeth their instructions. So while you're sleeping is when you're going to get the instructions, man. You know what I'm saying? Every night when you lay down to go to sleep, you had prepared or made plans for the next day. Don't get it twisted. Sometimes the Lord will allow those things to happen. He'll allow you to perform exactly what you plan to do. But then there's other times, and it's going to go into why, that he'll change that crap up, which is what made me change my way of thinking and everything. When I was dealing again in the flesh, getting upset about it, waste of time, waste of effort, waste of energy. And then I thought and got in the spirit and said, whoa, man's going is of the Lord. This was of the Lord. There's definitely has to be a reason why. And we may never know the reason, but the Lord knows why, man. But this is going to go into it. Verse 16 again. Then he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instruction. Verse 17, it says that he may withdraw man from his purpose. Yeah, those things you plan to do, those plans you made, and hide pride from men, because that's a prideful thing to think that you're in control of something, that you're going to do what it's you that decided that and planned to do it and brought it forth. No, wrong, man. It's the Lord, man. And here's the point. Verse 18, he keepeth back his soul from the pit, and his life from perishing by the sword. There it is, man. And the sword could be any, a car accident, just anything, you know what I'm saying? So he keepeth back his soul from the pit, man. You fall in that pit is representative of death, man. and his life from perishing by the sword. There it is, man. Which could be a car accident or whatever. Or hell, you go, if I'd have reached that destination. So I feel like this is my conclusion to the matter. The reason the Lord had GPS take me to the wrong location or destination is because if I'd have got on the right path, I'd have ran into the pit, man. I could have came to the pit and to perishing. You know what I'm saying? Could have been a car accident. That sword could represent a car accident, or who knows? I get to the location and some altercation breaks out and I'm there and boom, I get caught in some wildfire or and I'm, wrong place at the wrong time, at the right time, really. They say the wrong time, but really it's at the right time, But, and boom, now I've perished by the sword, however that sword comes about, and I'm through, man. So now I look at it through the spirit that the Lord was protecting me from something. So, and that's how you have to do. You have to apply these scriptures, man. So, hey, with that, hopefully this was edifying, to the hopeful elect, which I hope to be a part of. Abrat Sabab Kashah. Now with that, giving all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Wahakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect, the house of David, the Bayath Shah Dawada. Shalom.